How you doing? A quick rundown on 3-month progress report for this 19's Harley Davidson build. So we had this front rim. I already had that. It's not the correct size for this bike, but to save a little money for now, I'm using it. I just had to put on a tire and tube. I did have rockers for the 1913 build. Was needing some of the shafts, and I added these grease cups. Thought that was kind of cool. I had this black headlight. I already had it, so I polished that out. And I have like 3 or 4 different ones. I had an online survey. This one wasn't picked, but after I polished it, seemed to have the lens for it and a little nozzle. So if I do decide to go gas, I'll use that. If I decide to go electric, I have a smaller one. Either way, I need the bracket for now, so I'm using zip ties. To get the springs all compressed, and those 2 fork caps that I got, 2 different auctions seem to match identical, 2 different sellers. That's kind of funny. Anyway, I had the spring for the 1913. I used that in there, and the spring guides. So I did put new ball bearings in the neck. Got that all put in, upper and lower. Had that nice greased up. Handlebars come on and off for just to make more room in the garage for now. So the other gas tanks were pretty roached out, the gas tank I had, so I got these 1920 to 24. They are a little bit wider until I get the other one repaired. Still need the primer pump for this, where you screw it out and you put gasoline on cold starts. I did get an original one for when you're running to put oil in the cylinder. I got some original gas caps here, oil cap. Haven't done anything with the seat yet. So the engine's pretty much in now. I matched the 74 cubic to the 61 left, so 74 right to 61 left, and I just machined that out one weekend by hand. Did get the nice intake seals to put on this manifold I had, and all the rockers, got those pretty much all complete there. I'm waiting on another part here. What I'm going to do, there's several ways you can do this, and it's a little confusing at first, but I think you can either use an upper or a lower. And once I have them on order. Inside here there's some push pins that I'm going to get. So I got some new exhaust, cut that to size. I didn't install the valves yet, but the valve cover's cleaned up nice, springs, so put the valves in when I put everything away. As you see, I do have one of them screwed in nice for the intake. It's kind of like a set screw to keep it from turning. The intake valve. This one, gonna have to either get a different size, tap that out, or rig something up when I get a chance here. So I did have a spark plug for this cylinder, which is different than the one for that. That one is a little bit bigger. Luckily, I had that spark plug for the 1913 build. So this is the kind of stuff that happens when you buy parts here and there and just try to piece them all together. So I put the toolbox on. This is the only reproduction part that I know of, besides nuts and bolts, tires, tubes, gaskets, and other little things. But so far, that's the only reproduction one. So it's got this side cover for the transmission, really nice, with looks like the original rubber. Everything's going to be disassembled and vapor honed, and then reassembled with gaskets and Torx after I get all the pieces, as this has been just a project. So exhaust is pretty cool. It's got a little cutout thing, so when you get out of town, you can open it up and get louder and get quieter when you come into a town. Did come with one rear foot peg, which is kind of neat. I was thinking today I was going to make floorboard brackets out of some angle iron that I had, bed frames. We'll see. They want like $400 a bracket. It's kind of insane, but it's just a piece of metal. But we'll see. I might do that today. So I did get the rear wheel spoked up with the Buchanan spokes. The front wheel I had done, and put a tire on it. It's not a Coker tire, but it was the cheapest black wall one they had, with a new tube. I haven't addressed the tail light yet. I'll get to that. On this side, I had put on the water slide on the tank. It came out really nice, and then I went to slide the bike over, and what I did is I have everything here on a dolly, just so I can maneuver it in the garage easier. Oh, the thing that tipped over on one of these other bikes, and it just happened to catch it and slide it and break. So I used the other one, but when I put it on, I didn't check the location like I did the first time. So gonna need a new pair. It's just bling anyway. But people have asked me, what kind of bike is that? So I, might save a question here and there. So anyway, I put these on. I got this retapped and put on. This is where you would prime on a cold start. You open up the valve and you get the little primer pump from in here and squirt it in there. This piece did come with the bike, as did this. I salvaged the shift gate from the original pink tank that I have over there. I don't know if you remember that, but this one I did buy. It's another clutch lever. A week after I bought it, there was another one on eBay for like $80 less, and I was like, I should have waited. But that's the thing with this game, you never know. I mean, I do have a correct bolt for in there drain. All I need to do is cut that down to size. I have the engine, nice engine sprocket. There's a dust cover I need to machine out bigger for that shaft. A lot of the aftermarket parts you get are just a little tweaking here and there. And the dust cover and seal is one of those prime examples. So I got the carburetor on, nice original one. I haven't gone through it yet. I just polished the outside out because when everything gets disassembled is when I'll be dialing that in, and obviously after it gets running, hopefully. The transmission had a bad main shaft, but I did find another main shaft online, so I did the swap out. And the main shaft had a welded sprocket for like farm use or something, and so I put that transmission together for only like $200, but then to get the side cover I had to pay up. But it came with another transmission, so that's on eBay. It came with this chain guard. I don't know if it's original, it could be. Doesn't really matter. It is or it isn't, but I'm never a points kind of person anyway. Just want to get it going down the road. I think it'll be a pretty cool bike to be going down the road. I mean, I took that out today, and believe it or not, I've lost power again, and so I got my battery on the cooker, and I went to the side of the road. A guy came. He was happened to be parked there right on the side. So you wouldn't happen to have a voltmeter on you? And he did. And he didn't know how to use it, but anyway, he offered me to help. I just cleaned up the little terminal and got back on the road, and then it was kind of weird. The clutch seemed like it was stuck or something as well. I don't know. Anyway, I made it home with no having to push, so that's all that matters. Safely. Got this chain. Someone gave me a friend of mine gave me a $20 gift card during the holidays, and I was like, what can I buy on Amazon? Believe it or not, I found a $5.30 chain. It's not like I'm going to be racing this thing, and it was really long. I might even have enough for the front. We'll see. In the back here, I did have an original adjuster and one original plate, but of course I need the other ones, so they always sold them in pairs. So I'm slowly building up a pile of spare parts that I don't need when you only need one and they only offer it in pairs, stuff like that. So I did get a clutch pedal. Guy said it was OEM for the year. Obviously I didn't ask him dimensions or anything. Came, it wasn't the right one. Sent it back, no problem, refunded. And anyway, just want to give you a quick update on this. I think it's going to be 1916, at least that's what the VIN is, left case. But mixed years of teens, early 20s tank. I'm going to call it 1917 or chassis. I don't know. I'm not really caring about that. I think it's the era or the period correct to what they say. It's got some aftermarket parts and new parts. So, hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching.